great honor to introduce a wonderful, devoted man making lives better in numerous ways. Keynon Lake, the executive director and founder of My Daddy Taught Me That.
Well, good afternoon. First of all, let me thank AFP for this award. It's an honor to be here. I also want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be here either. And so, yes, let's clap for him. Or her, right? You know, I'm the type of person who's not really comfortable receiving things. I like to give things. I'm a giver. And I found out a few years ago that my life is servitude. So spending almost 20 years with the county in CPS social work dealing with neglect and abused kids, 11 years ago I started the My Daddy Taught Me That program. Rewinding back a few months ago, I get a call from Mr. Comfort, and he said, look, I think we're gonna try to nominate you for like Executive of the Year or something. And so I get off the phone and my wife says, what was that call about? And I said, yeah, it's something about executive. Yeah, I should be that. Because we know who runs everything on the show. I was like, you know what, you should be, right? I say that to say this. I am a boots on the ground person. I'm the one who's in the trenches, and so when I think about executives and running programs and nonprofits, I don't see myself as that guy. However, this past year has been one of the best, I would say worst years that I could possibly think of. And a lot of great things have happened, not only for me personally, but for our organization. But there's also been a lot of hard things that's happened. So with growth comes pains, and also a lot of other things that happen in that. I got married, which is great. I'm having a little boy, I just found out, which is why my wife is not here, right? But with that, going back to the phone call I got from Mr. Comfort, for a few months I was like, you know what, I don't really know about this director thing and running a nonprofit and being the head of a nonprofit. Yeah, I got a good voice, I can speak, I got a fairly decent face, right? You see that picture up there? But actually running a program. But when I start to get comments, I start paying attention, because one of the things that I don't do is pay attention to the things around me, the accolades, the awards. I'm really focused on really making a better life for our youth in this community, right? But as I started to pay attention, I started to get comments and things from my people who have been in my program throughout the years. Mr. Lake, I want to thank you for what you've done. You saved my life. If it wasn't for the My Daddy Taught Me That program, we wouldn't be here. We have a lot of kids in college. Right now, we just promoted one of our young men who's been in our program for 10 years. His name is D'Angelo Collins. He's actually our new director of the My Daddy Taught Me That program. We also have Taquandre Bates, who's going to be the director of our junior program. Seeing these young folks elevate, getting them to be in situations and positions where they would not normally be if it wasn't for the program, and getting young people coming to me all the time like, look, we see what's happening in this program. I just want to be a part of My Daddy Taught Me That, or my sister taught me that. How can I be a part of this organization to not only better my child's life, but to better my life? And so I had to take a step back and say, okay, you have been doing some really great things in this community. I also would like to thank those who helped make this possible for me to be where I'm at. We have a wonderful core of not only staff, but volunteers, some of which are right in front of me. I got Dr. Morgan, I got Pastor Shadrack Waters, and I got Mrs. Pamela Howell, who are here supporting not only myself, but My Daddy Taught Me That. These folks have come to My Daddy Taught Me That. I think Pastor Shadrack and Dr. Morgan has been volunteering for over 4 years, and they came, and when people come to check out the program, we hear this all the time. What can we do? How can we be involved? And my normal reply is, come and sit with us, break bread with our youth, and see what we're talking about. And what usually happens is people come and they don't leave. I think Doc is, if you don't mind me sharing your age, Doc, I think Doc is 75. Doc has been with us for 4 years, and even through the pandemic, he came every day to program. The same thing with Pastor Shadrack Waters. It's like they don't stop coming. So that also allows me to know that what we're doing is working towards a brighter future for our youth and moving in the right direction. In closing, I would like to thank those of you who are out in the audience who support me. Shout out to Pastor Scott Rogers and ABCCM. He has been a huge support in my growth. Whereas if I can't see your face up here, for all of those who, there he is, for all of those who also have been supporting not only my continued growth, but this organization, we have some great things aligned, not only for this community, but for our young folks. And I just want to thank AFP and thank each and every one of you. Truly appreciate it.